Alrighty, here we are on part 7 of our Tropico 6 communist dictatorship, so let's get into it. Alrighty, so island is looking pretty good. Low rebel threat, not good to see, but hopefully it doesn't become a problem. If they start trying to burn down buildings, then I'm gonna have to start taking action. But for now, let's keep on doing the guerrilla patrol, so we'll queue up another one. We do have a lot of research points because we do have a fairly expensive library currently being ran, so anything that I can think of that I want to research is all free game. I could get a radio station down. I could put it up here as well. Actually, I think that's going to be what I do right now. Well, no. We'll just hold off and focus on building up a lot more money making stuff. 33k being brought out, pretty good. Hopefully people are on their way to this dock pretty soon. Let's check out minerals real quick. So yeah, this will be strictly just a little rum town here. And then I'll go through and start mining up all this stuff next. I'll just set up a bunch of mines here. Industrialization ended, that's fine. We definitely made more money, or we saved more money than we spent using that. But every single little thing, anything we're not using, so all of the uranium, we'll probably have it sent to our little, what's it called over here, our warehouse. But besides that, I mean, I don't think there's really anything else we need. We're gonna need lots of iron, lots of coal, and lots of nickel as well. So we might end up trying to go forward with the automated mines. That might be the move all throughout here. Just completely mine out all of this. And maybe even up here as well. Let's see what we have up here. Not a whole lot. We have like a nickel mine. Maybe I could build up like another little town focused on one more industry here. Just depends. Once I have the little rum town completely set up, I'm going to start mixing these taverns in amongst all of this. So in places where we have like these 2x2s, I'll put 2. There's a 2x1 here, I'll put 1 tavern there. Maybe I could fit 1 in here and just destroy these 2 parks here. 2 more can go here. I kind of don't want to put them in front of the clinic. Let's just quick build this Teamster's office. We need to get these goods out. There's way too many goods just chilling in storage. I could also, we don't really have the population to, let's go ahead and do this, a rescue raid. I could start doing these upgrades second shifts. Something you might not have known is that second shift, it costs $2,500, but if you check out the price for a Teamster's office, it's actually less. And so getting this upgrade, the only real benefit is that you're going to be saving space. And that's really what we need right now. Because we're sort of running out of space in this area.
Invest in Tropico, Presidente. That's the future.
We'll build an offshore office, sure. I need to actually check on my own guide because the offshore offices, whichever country you invite, it's going to give a 5% bonus to 2 goods, and so I know that weapons is on the list. I'm just not sure which country you need to invite for it, and so we'll definitely do that in the near future. I do want to see this getting built up. Let's see where the workers are coming from. Hopefully they're sailing and not trying to walk all the way over here. You look kind of familiar. Oh my goodness, they are going to try and walk. And it looks like they're taking a way longer route than they should know. I don't know what they're going to know. I don't think that that's going to be a viable option, so we're just going to quick build it. Now let's go ahead and quick build the construction office. And we might as well quick build up a tenement for them. to live in. Put this on the lowest budget. We don't need it on the max budget. Here we'll leave that there. On the medium budget, ignore safety regulations. We'll do more hands and put this on the lowest budget as well. Okay. So this is a pretty good little microcosm here of the rest of the island. And over time it should reach a pretty good point because they won't need to leave here ever. They'll have food. They'll have all the fun buildings they need. There'll be a church here. There'll be no reason to really ever leave here. And so then all we need to do is set up the sugar plantations. Probably don't even need that many. And then just set up the rum distilleries and we'll be ready to go. Consistently making money. That makes me really happy. Let's go ahead and get the high pressure canner for all of these buildings. Put this on the lowest budget. Turn off allow local consumption. Okay, yeah, that's good. So we'll wait a bit of time after these have been functioning for a bit, and then we'll check in on our resource overview to see if we're actually, I need to not do that, get too close to this building, but we'll check back in after a while to see if we're actually making a dent on our goods, and if we are, then that's good. Hopefully we're not overdoing it. That wouldn't be ideal. Let's check the beauty of this little area here. It's probably terrible. Yeah, this is absolutely horrible. Could not get any uglier. Like, who would want to live in this little town? Man, I haven't zoomed in on it yet. It does look pretty... I think it looks kind of neat. Definitely not a good looking town though, but it does look kind of cool.
Sure, the good citizens of Tropico intend.
Are we gonna win the election? We are gonna win the election. Okay, that's good. And so I talked about it in previous episodes. My plan is to set this whole island up to be in a really good spot, and then I'll just turn the dictatorship up to maximum. And we'll just kind of watch the island burn for like the last 2 episodes. And so something kind of funny you can do is change the newspaper to the dependent. And so everyone that's affected by this, if you read down there at the bottom right, it says slightly increases the approval of citizens living in the vicinity of the newspaper, decreases liberty by 30. So that's a pretty big liberty penalty. And so that'll be neat because it kind of just goes with like a dictatorship as well as like a dystopia, and so that'll be pretty neat in the future. But for now we'll leave it to influence the population towards the factions that we want everyone to be. Continue doing guerrilla patrol. I think one just finished a bit ago, so let's go ahead and set up another one. Set up 2. I mean, we are making some pretty good money, so it wouldn't be a bad idea to make a shopping mall. And now that I think about it, I wasn't planning on... building... here real quick, I'll show you. If you come to... Well, we don't need to go here. If you come to the Almanac, go to Resource Overview, you can see there's consumer goods and luxury goods. Consumer goods can be brought to anything that's not a DLC consumer good. Can be brought to your groceries, and it'll increase the wage or the fee that people pay when they go to a grocery. Alternatively, there's luxury goods, which are really expensive most of the time. Cars, on most playthroughs, it's the most expensive trade good you can trade in the game. And so I didn't plan on building any luxury goods, but now that I think about it, it wouldn't be a bad idea. So maybe right next to... Maybe we could do cigars in the little run town. And then we can do cars next to the weapons town. And no, I don't want to do smart furniture or jewelry. Actually, no, that would be a good idea. We can do jewelry.
An official statement from the palace saying, "Don't mention how close the election was." Yes.
Okay. Maybe what I could do is get all the gold and have it shipped to this place, and then we can produce jewelry here. That might be the move. That'll be pretty smart. We want to destroy this grocery pretty soon. Wow, the service quality is up to 91. Let's check what happens if we change some of these around. 91, 94. 96. 98. 100. So if we change all of our canneries to the supply local market work mode, then we're actually getting the service quality of the groceries up to 100. That's pretty cool. I might leave it there for now. I mean, it would be ideal even for the poor population to keep their happinesses pretty high. So food will eventually hit 100. Healthcare we could also get to 100 just using these clinics. I mean, we're making so much money, we might as well. Increase that. Paid healthcare is giving us a bonus to these. I could have swore there was a way to get a service quality. Oh, actually the service, I was looking at the job quality. Service quality of 97 is pretty good, so I'm gonna leave that there. Let's see what else. The church. Realistically, I should just destroy the church.
The planet is in grave danger, Presidente. Surely the goddess needs us to save her now more than ever. Won't you consider going just a little green?
This one's only -2, so we'll just go with that one. But really, I should destroy the church and replace it with cathedrals. 6 new people showed up over here. That's kind of cool. So now we can see this little area is getting built up. Put this on the max budget. That should get to 100. This is at the max budget as well. Get modern diagnostics, and I'll never be able to pronounce this word. Church, put that on the max budget. This one, we'll leave this one specifically on the low budget there, the lowest budget. Now we have a hydroponic plantation, very cool. Go with the lowest budget, still giving us an efficiency of 105%. And what I could do is set 3 of these sugar plantations on fiber fertilization. And this will give all of the sugar plantations out here bonuses to themselves, giving them a total of 125% efficiency. So that will be pretty nice. Let's change all of these to the max budget. Might as well at this point. And we're starting to get a lot of vacant jobs, I believe. That's okay. And pretty quickly, this whole entire little town sprang up. That's pretty neat to see. Let's start doing supply local market. 60% efficiency. Well, let's check the import. Import 6960. So 2 hydroponic plantations should fuel 1 rum distillery. But because it's at 60% efficiency, and these will soon be at 125, I think that it'll be 1-to-1. So let's go ahead and build up some more of these. We have enough spare electricity for 3 more, so let's go ahead and build all 3 right now. Yeah, and so we'll eventually set up some tobacco plantations around here as well. It'll be nice to mix them in with these hydroponic sugar plantations, as it'll also give the tobacco plantations the same bonuses, so that'll be nice. And then we can build up a number of... So yeah, this will be a pretty nice little neat town. I really like the fact that I came over here to do this.
A boon for modern living or a one-way trip to diabetes? Canal Uno's sponsors, El Toro Rojo, say, why not both?
El Toro Rojo. That's funny. Yes, I really like the way this is all set up. Lowest budget. So yeah, I think what the move is going to be is to increase the happiness of everyone to the maximum. Get everything, like, get our happiness, like, to over 80. And then what we'll do is decrease liberty by a lot. And anyone who doesn't follow our factions, we'll make those factions that they do follow really upset. And we'll see if that causes them to be rebels. Because if that's the case, then that'll mean that people will... Anyone that doesn't agree with our island will likely become a rebel, and then they'll end up dying in rebellion. And so that'll be really neat to see. So things are coming along very well. We're making a whole lot of money. Too bad we can't do anything, at least not right now with these bananas. Actually, as a matter of fact, we can start turning coconuts and bananas into juice. So maybe that's what I could do over here. I think that's definitely what I'm gonna do. Let's check our population. Once you start spreading stuff out really far like this, this is when it becomes really important to check residential occupancy. If everything's tight-knit and close, then you can just go off of these numbers here and be like, oh, I need a little bit more housing, and you just slap it down nearby. But when everything's getting spread out, you need to check residential occupancy, and if all of these were green, that would mean I would need more housing in this area specifically. So as we can see right here, these two buildings are completely full, so that means I could build some additional housing around here. And so that's when that becomes important. People aren't living in some of these mansions, kind of a shame. Probably because people are marrying people who aren't rich, and that's decreasing their overall wealth. Maybe that's not the case and they're actually just getting married to other people that are rich, and that's freeing up housing here. I'm not sure. Let's see what's up with our commandos. All of them are rich. Very good to see. Okay. I could build a cathedral. Maybe right here would be a good spot. Only downside is that people from all over the island are going to be coming here because there's no way to gatekeep that. Like, we can gatekeep the really nice hospital. Can actually decrease the budget on that. Okay, we can gatekeep this because only well-off people can come here. And if we make sure that only well-off people nearby, means only well-off, or the people nearby can use this. But if we build a cathedral, then people from all over the island are going to want to, like, come up here. And so that's not the best, but it's not terrible. Bananas? Why are they bringing bananas over here? There's no point. Brought 2,000 units of bananas whenever there was a perfectly good dock over here. Bit of a waste of time, but that's okay. We're getting rid of all of the rebels on the island with guerrilla patrol because there's only up to 2 left, so that's pretty nice. We can actually see the decline. Deaths. Okay, maybe we can't see this decline. But either way, that's definitely nice to have less rebels on the island. Decrease these to the lowest budget. And let's get fiber fertilization on these 3 middle ones here. The reason you want to do 3 is that if you only do 2, then they won't be giving the bonuses to themselves. And so you don't need to, like, you could just have 2 that are 115, but I'm going to go with 3 so that all of these, as we can see, are at 125% efficiency. We have no electricity right now, but that's fine. We're starting to get people moving in over here. Let's check residential occupancy. So this means... Is urban development still enacted? No. Let's turn urban development on. And let's build up some additional tenements. We'll just go ahead and go with 2 for now. Mansions are doing alright. Let's build some additional tenements here as well. I forgot what I said I wanted to build around here. Juicery. Let's see how much it is. Probably a pretty expensive building. Yes. And it requires electricity. Maybe I'll do that kind of in the future, but we're not doing anything with coconuts. Support's going down. It's alright. No, not there. We need to go to the almanac for this. I'm gonna hit play while we're looking at this stuff. Here's our coconuts, and as we can see, we have an import of 7,000 and an inflow of 7,000 on average over the course of 12 months. And all of that is just being exported. We're not producing anything with this. And I believe it's the same thing with bananas. Exact same thing. We're producing a lot of bananas, but we're not doing anything with it. And so a juicery can specifically combine bananas and coconuts. And so that'll be a good industry building to set up. Let's go ahead and check these production buildings out here. We do need more buildings on second shift, so let's get 2. Pretty expensive, but that's okay. Is nobody like in these buildings? What's going on? We don't have any sugar. We do have a little bit of sugar. It would be nice if like Teamsters could like figure out like, oh hey, I could grab sugar from this building and this building and send it all here. I think how their current AI works is they'll go to like one building and then they'll deliver the good and then they'll search for another job. Not the most effective use of time, but I mean it's alright. Building 2 tenements probably wasn't necessarily what we needed to do. No one's even living in this one really anymore, but that's okay. Put them all on the lowest budget for now. About to make a nice 30,000 from this. We can leave the commandos chilling for now. Let's check crime safety around here. It's all looking pretty good. Maybe we could get away with another police station over here. Let's go ahead and build up our... Well, no, we don't need to right now because the groceries are serving everyone just fine, so maybe we can just leave it for now. That'll be like one of the last things I think I do. Reason being is that we can decrease the budget for all of the groceries, turn all of the canneries back to yes we can, and that will drastically decrease the service quality of our groceries. Reason why I want to do that is that I kind of do want to make everyone in the lower classes upset eventually. And then we can still maintain a high happiness up here for these guys. Alrighty. So, this is all looking pretty good. I really like the way that this area looks. The cigars are no longer trending. Let's go ahead and check in on whether that was trending up or down. Click on the trade menu. Prices of things. Cars is at 30,000. Pretty gnarly. Cigars went up tremendously over the past 2 years. So setting up a cigar factory around here could definitely net us some pretty good profit. These guys are finally starting to produce some sugar. It'll take a bit of time before everything's completely running smoothly, but we don't need to worry about housing right now. So we could focus on building up some additional job sites around here pretty soon. Let's check how much electricity bumping this up one will give us. Enough for 2 additional plantations. But, like I said, we should only need... It should be a 1-to-1 ratio of these hydroponic sugar plantations to rum distilleries. So, let's go ahead and set up some additional distilleries around. Oh no. Let's actually cancel that. Reason being is that I do want to wait for industrialization. And it would probably be best to just go straight for all 6 in the end. So let's go ahead and do the hydroponic sugar plantations. We only need 2 more. So let's get those 2 done. And then maybe we can even do some tobacco. Nope, we don't have the funds for it. That's okay though. Let's build a road down here then. We'll do... I'll need to see what the numbers are looking like whenever we finally set up our first cigar factory. Fairly consistent amount of money is coming out of this portion of the island. That's pretty nice. And I wonder, we'll make even more money once state loans goes away. Because at the very end of it, you can imagine if I had $80,000 more dollars. Just so much that I want to get done, so little time to do it all. We needed more housing here. Let's see how it's looking now. Yep. So this one will probably be the last one we need to build there. This mansion, no one's living in it. Let's just pause it for now. Check residential occupancy here. We're still good. We have a completely empty tenement. We'll leave that one though. And then we're good on the housing here. So everywhere is looking pretty good. This lone coal mine is probably costing us more money than it's making us. Oh no. Instantly regretted that. It's okay, we're about to make a lot of money here. So let's check real quick on bananas and coconuts. Bananas are the cheapest good in the game. Coconuts are pretty low too. Not terrible. That's a funky looking graph. The fluctuation's only between $200 though. But then let's check the trade good of, or the trade price of juice. Juice is worth like 5,000 here, so building these juice plants is definitely going to be a pretty good boon. I'm going to let this all even out, and then I'm going to save up maybe like a little over 50,000. I'll activate industrialization around the same time as that. Probably a pretty good idea to set up some rescue raids, and all of that in tandem will save me a lot of money because we'll get like 2 juiceries up. I think that'd be best. And then we'll also get a number of sugar or rum distilleries up all at the same time. I could even potentially wait all the way until we're done with the tobacco, or at least a couple of the tobacco plantations. Lots to think about. Set these all to lowest budget, make sure that happens right away. Doing these modern ones kind of makes me wonder whether or not I should modernize all of this, but I don't think I really need to. It's all functioning well enough. I wonder if pollution ever goes away on its own. I don't think that it does. Maybe it does though. State loans has ended, so you can imagine if I had $100,000 right now. I would have been spending that pretty wisely. But now we have the money, and so we can start saving up money pretty easily. Or now we have the edict gone, and we can start saving up money pretty easily. But this video is definitely hitting near the 30-minute mark, if not over, so I'm definitely going to cut it right about now. Pretty happy with the amount of progress that we quickly made in this episode, setting up almost a whole entire additional enclave out here, as well as making some minor improvements, minor adjustments to the rest of the island. But if you enjoyed watching this episode, then be sure to leave a like, and if you want to follow along with future episodes, future series, then be sure to subscribe. Peace.